And we're live. Friends, Roman citizens, lend me your ears. And can you hear me all right? Greetings, everybody. Welcome back once more to the shed. Slobbing out today. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. Oh, Pete, what's Sunday for except for slobbing? But there you go. Let's have a wee roll call. Dino and Anthony, loud and clear. Thank you, Dino. That's all good. Who else have we got in the chat today? We've got Chuck Schreiber, who's just arrived from Texas. That's a long way. Anthony Dodge, of course, and Wolfsack Scenics is Paul Wood. Hello, Paul. Hey. Stormy Sky Rail Productions. Listening in the background, we are making breakfast. A noble art. A noble art. The teeth are in. Hey. Dora's Locomotive Shed has joined us from the Emerald Isle, and Eric has joined the chat. Good day, Eric. Nice to see you. Dino, as always. Ray Burleson has joined us, also from the Fair Island between the Atlantic and the Pacific. It's a big island, mind you, but there you go. Let's call it a continent. Even better. Who else have we got in the chat? There's probably somebody at the top. I know Pete's in. Hello, Pete, and hello, Sue. And Greg's here. Todd's here. Good day, Todd. Good to see you. Stormy Wolfsack, Dino, Anthony, Chuck, and Dara. Well done, Ray. You've just about covered everyone there. Well, welcome in, everybody. Nice to see you. Today we have the final purchase from the big train show that was Getz. Lord Owl has joined us. Lord Owl, hey. How's North Wales today? That's probably a little bit. Scotland's probably a little. Hello, Andrew. Nice to see you. And Clive has arrived. Here for a while. Got to nip to Wicks for building materials. Well, that figures, Clive. Wet and windy. Yes. Well, what about the weather, Al? Sorry. Stop that. It's Drukit here. Is that good or bad? Well, let's say it's bad. Drukit sounds pretty nasty, actually. But weather's here is overcast, a little on the cool side. We're talking mid-50s, I think. Sam and the Trains has joined us. Means rainy and wet. Yeah, that figures. The United Kingdom is notorious for its Drukit weather. I'll have to remember that little phrase. That will obviously come in handy. Yes, the final purchase from Getz has its big reveal today. This one's been on the radar for a long time, but it's an expensive bit of kit, so I wanted to get the best price I possibly could. When it first came out, it was unbelievably expensive, to the point where, oh no, don't think so. Monsville Railway has joined us. Hello, Mont. Good to see you. I hope all is well down under. So I waited and I waited and I waited and I bided my time and I waited some more. And then Schuylkill River Valley. Hello, John. Lovely to see you, John. I know you're not doing Sidetrack Sunday for a little while yet. It may actually extend into November, but I'll be looking forward to that, John. And a very good day to you. Yeah, so I bit the bullet this time, and I finally got my heart's desire, as they say. So I shall bring that around into picture now. It should be coming from my right, which is that one there. So it will be coming from this way. Let me just, no, it won't. It'll be coming from my left because it's on the inside track. Sorry about that. It is actually moving, but it doesn't make a great deal of noise until I hit function 1, which will bring up the sounds. It should be arriving from my left. That's this one. Any second now. And there it is. This is the reverse blue-grey Western Pullman. This is what I would call the big kahuna. It's quite a bit of kit. It's a 6-car DMU with a powered end that end and a powered end that end. So if I stop that there with the brakes, that's really what it looks like. It's, let me get out of the way. That's the power car right there. There. Look, I'm pointing. That's a terrible habit. Yes, it's in the reverse blue-grey that we had back in the late 60s, early 70s, right through to the 80s. And they reversed it on this one. The Midland Pullman prototype HST, you could say it like that. And I'm just listening to the pitter-patter of the rain on the roof. So it's wet and breezy here too now. Folks, it doesn't matter. We are undercover in the glory of the shed. Anyway, yes. So they painted it in this funky reverse blue and grey colour. And they had it going between Paddington, London Paddington, and Bristol. So it was a class act dining train, literally first class. Pullman, as you'd expect. John JMC, a very good day. Now, John, you've got a Midland Pullman. This one here behind me, here and there, that's the Western variety of the Pullman. And TMC were doing these below £500, which sounds a lot of money. It is a lot of money, but below 500, I did that. I did. The Western Pullman. Yeah, absolutely, John. This one is DCC sound fitted from the factory. I believe it's got Zimo decoders in it. 600 plus for the sound version. I got it for £470, something like that. It was at 500 plus on their website. It does have Zimos. Okay, thanks, John. This one, because it was a show discount, they had it for below 500, and I couldn't pass that one up. Richard said to me, wait until we get to the show. They may well be doing it on an extra discount. So I think I picked it up for £475, which for a 6-car unit with 2 power cars and 2 lots of Zimo chips in it, one at either end, because you've got a brake somewhere in the middle there. After the first 3 cars, there's a brake there, an electrical brake. So the coupler has got no electric connections with it. It's just a standard coupling. So you've got DCC control from that chip, DCC control from that chip, and they work in tandem. That's tough to put across. Shedley Wood has joined us. Rob, weather not good in your part of Essex. No, it's increasingly inclement here. Inclement. That's a good one. Marks West Junction Andy has joined us. Very good day to you. And Tony from Chobberton Junction. Great to see you guys in, and a big welcome to you. We've got Schuylkill River Valley here today. That's John number one. A great honour. Did you see Jerry Allen video this morning? I haven't seen it yet, Lord Al. People writing essays to him. He gave a great answer. Oh, okay. I'll look out for that one. Thank you very much. Right, well, let's get some sound on this little do. All I have to do is hit function 1. Yeah, you're right. Cars ABC are one unit and DEF are the others back to back. Yeah, I like the way they've done this, John. I think it was Digitrax who put the sound files for this together. And if I'm not mistaken, at the time you were working for Digitrax, so you may well have had a hand in this. Am I wrong? Am I right? Tell us in the chat, if you please, John. Here we go. Function number 1. Digitrains, yep. So this is what the horn sounds like. No, it isn't. That's the brake. And here's the two-tone horn. Nothing to do with them, us. Okay, that's fair enough. And then Pullman takes 160 bodies to fill it. Ask me how I know. It takes 160 bodies to fill it. You'll have to translate that one for me, Al. 160 bodies. Oh, little people. 160 scale people to put inside. I'm with you now. I might not go there, Al. Anyway, let's get this thing moving. We'll have some lights on. Nice supercharger whine there in the background. I was absolutely thrilled with this. I do have the Midland Pullman in Nanking blue, which is quite a bright blue, but I really like the reverse blue-grey. Here she comes. 10 a penny from China. Oh, you mean these? Yeah. Here she comes. And the lights are on. There is something else. There's an extra trick up the sleeve. Every table has a table light on it. And using one of the function buttons, you can actually turn those table lights on. That's over the general lighting in the carriages. So if I pop that on, I'll have to remember. Here's the cheat sheet. Table lamps, function 8. Oh. Don't worry, I will bring you closer. We've got Maura King. Hello, Maura. Lovely to see you. We was getting worried. So many live chats went past and you weren't there. You were noticeable in your absence, Maura. Now, Fatal Sounds is function 28. Option 8. I have faded the sound. So let's get her up to sparky speed. Not at all, Maura. We were getting a bit worried. I remember you said in one of the live streams that you were going to be offline for a while, but I can't remember what you said. And I thought, oh, this is an awful long time. But great to see you back, Maura. I hope you are well, and I hope the weather where you are isn't as fancy as it is here. Both these power cars run literally almost silently. And here she comes. And it's a really impressive beast. Really like that. And the thing is, if I'll kill the power just behind the computer and just watch how much momentum this thing has. Right, down to 0 now. Here she comes. And I have to hit the brake function, which is this one, to stop it. I mean, that's really impressive stuff. I will drag you a little closer so you can actually see it. Brakes off and accelerate. Up to, say, 40 speed steps out of 128. Really, really impressive. For the other Midland Pullman I have, I can actually get sound to go in both of them. It will work out to be something like £200 plus whatever they charge for their particular version of the sound file. But there are various people who do that. Let's have a little more speed. That's now up to 50. Andy Dobson has joined the chat. Hi, Andy. How are you, man? Sorry if I've missed anyone. We're just glad to have you in, Maura. And I hope all is good. Give me a shout for some sound when you're ready. Oh, okay. Thanks, John. I'm not sure if it would be Zimo or I believe these are 21 pins, so probably a Lock Sound 5 for the other one. I'd like to try and get a slightly different sound, just so there's a little differentiation between the two sets. Windsor Valley, hello Liz. Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon and good evening as well. Absolutely. I did the sound in mine. Oh, okay. Thanks, John. Yeah, super. Does that you use the Lock Sound V5? Okay. Does that include the table lights and all the fancy stuff, John? I gather it does, because you don't usually leave a stone unturned. I'm sorry for asking that question, but there you go. Yeah, all of the above. Oh. This could be good. This could be good. Yeah. So this was the big kahuna for me. I really like the reverse blue-grey. Forgive me if I foam a lot. Horns play at one end, only in the direction of travel. Yeah, it's the same with this one, John. I mean, you know roughly how it works. You know fully how it works, actually. For those of you that don't know, John JMC has his own channel. Not only does he do live steam, the ones that you sit on, he's got an extensive layout in his garage. Is that right, John? And the detail on his layout is breathtaking. It's absolutely fabulous. John's a real technician. Great trains, great sounds. They all move prototypically. You need to get on your lives again. Yes, you do, John. You absolutely do. And for those of you that don't know John JMC, if somebody would like to, thank you very much, Dino. I was just about to say, can you put the highlight in the chat? And there it is. My Kato IC5 Zimo chips in it. They're very good chips, actually. I'm sure John would agree with me. They're on a par with Soundtracks and Lock Sound, all the big manufacturers. Randall Ellison has joined us. Now, there's a hard worker. Hello, Randall. I hope you're well and recovering from your driving exploits. Now, due to my own stupidity in almost pulling the USB out of the side of the computer, I managed to get a 3-meter extension cord, which is obviously working, otherwise we wouldn't have a picture or sound. So I'm now going to get you down onto the track. Hopefully it won't pull out and do a funny. But just to describe John, very wise Pete. John's a great guy, very affable to meet, lovely wife. John's a great guy, plain and simple, and he knows what he's doing. He really does. Dundas Junction Model Railroad, that's James. James is in Canada. Yeah, what is it? Toronto, Hamilton and Buffalo. TH&B, also known as Tramps, Hobos and Bums. I didn't say that, James did. He tipped me off about that one, so here we go. Let's get you down on the track and we can see what's going on. Right, here goes. Sorry about the vomit cam. And here we go. We still have a picture, but we're a little askew. How's that? Yeah, I really like them, John. Do I see a 68? Yes, you do indeed. It's in the defunct colours of the Wrexham and Shropshire. I do have some decals to make it Wrexham and Shropshire. Just behind that, John, is a DVT, which is really Wrexham and Shropshire. I just like the livery, I really did. And Hornby didn't make much of it. They did the Class 67, they did some Mark 3s, they never did a buffet, which I'm working on at the moment, and they did a DVT, and that was the end of it. Unfortunately, that was the end of the real thing as well, because it didn't last, and it's now been absorbed by Chiltern Railways, I think. Oh, no, Pete. The Pullmans are a bit spectacular. I'll give you a little more of a side view. Let me just move the camera a little. I can do this now because I have camera extension. There's the 68, John, and behind it the DVT. I've got the 68 on RHTT duties at the moment. But here comes the Pullman. And as you can see inside, it has table lamps, which are illuminated also. That's a little far away. I'll try again on the next pass. Here we go. You can look at the signal box. And here comes the Pullman. Still can't see the table lamps. I'll have to slow it down a bit. All right, if I cut the power now, look, the lights off in the shed. Yes, I could do that, John. I could do that. It's a bit of a faff to do that one. Right, here we go. Right, I'll have a little bit of a break. And as you can see, there are tables which are lit in there. So if I hit function 8, it turns out the table lights, if I hit function 8 again, the table lights are on. How about that, ladies and gents? Right, up to sparky speed. Yes, Liz, let me just drag you back a little. Lord Owl has one of these lists, and he's managed to populate it with figures. And apparently it took 160 of them, probably 164, because you'd need 2 drivers and 2 first men. Yeah, I'm thrilled that this is such a smooth, quiet runner. This thing has probably been sitting in the box for an awful long time, so it's nice to come out of the box and stretch its legs. I'm not sure when these were actually produced, probably somewhere around 10 years ago. So for a 10-year-old model that's never left its box, it's doing pretty well in the last week. And we have Donegal Dad, who's joined us. I'm not sure I saw Dwight Curley in the chat. It's probably a bit early for Dwight, but he usually joins us during the latter stages, as they say. Very sad to miss it. Were you talking about Getz, John? I like Getz. It's not the biggest exhibition train show in the world, but it's got a fairly good size to it, plus the 3 extra mezzanine floors, if you like. But it's just got a good vibe. Much better than the NEC, I think. And I see we've got Bernard in. A very good day to you, Bernard. Yes, Dwight, you're so minuscule I couldn't see you there. How are you, mate? For those of you that don't know, at 7 p.m. UK time, Dwight goes live. There's always something funny and humorous going on in Dwight's live streams. And plus you have the added bonus of meeting our American cousins, which is always fun. And we have Tammy and Ray. A very good day to you, Tammy and Ray. I hope you're both well, and I hope you're both railroading. That goes without saying, doesn't it? Drink of the day is a coffee, so a hearty cheers, everyone. Oh, that's not bad, actually. I made it myself, and I'm happy to relate it's one of my better efforts. I just noticed. Nope, they are working. Yes, the lights are working. Double yellow and a green. Oh, John JMC, when is it that we don't travel and come back with a cold? I'm very glad to say that I didn't pick up a cold at Getz. There didn't seem to be that many people blowing their nose or coughing. And I'm also happy to relate that the use of antiperspirant and deodorant this year seems to have paid off, because it didn't descend to the great unwashed. Let's put it that way, John. So I'm quite relieved about that. You know, Dwight, you're going to have to do something about that donut fetish of yours. There seems to be a lot of donuts ingested in the Curly household. Nothing wrong with that, but I think perhaps a little moderation is called for there, Dwight. Paul and Paris are in a bad way. Is that true, Pete? Well, let me extend my best wishes to Paul and Paris. If they are watching, I hope you get well soon. Lovely people to meet, really, really delightful. And it always brightens the day when meeting Paul and Paris, because they're really nice people, and it does make a show when they're in attendance. Just had 3 on Friday after my blood work. Yeah, so it don't show, Dwight. Yeah, right. I understand. Loaded a video of a run on the Bodmin. Oh, is that the Bodmin and Winford? I remember going on a class 50 on the Bodmin and Winford, and it really was a raucous sound, John. So I know the railway you're talking about. It's all downhill on the way out and all uphill on the way back, from what I can remember. Does the 68 have sound? No, there's no sound in it, John. It's just running plain old DC at the moment. Direct current, analog, whatever you'd like to call it. But it could be on the cards. The only difficulty I've got is I was hoping to show the rest of the trains I have, but it would mean dragging off the Pullman, which I can do, I suppose, but it will be a little difficult, and I'll have to shift the computer. So I'll just stick with the computer, the Pullman this week. Perhaps get some sounds going, give a little demo of the sounds that it does have. And then perhaps next week I'll reveal the running shots of the rest of what I grabbed. I'll tell you what, I can do you a quick overview of all the bits I got. So let me just grab the camera and I will show thee. Right, on platform number 1, 2, 3, 4, right over there, is the Mayflower, the B1, number 61306 in British Railways Is that apple green? Yeah, I suppose it is apple green. So as if it came out of the LNER, but with British Railways on the side. I got another one of these, which is the Coronation Scott. I wanted at least one coach for spares because that's got the lighting unit in it. It's got a good pair of bogies and all the detail parts. So if I need spares for any of my train, I've got a whole set of spares. Here's a couple of bullets I picked up. Just about to get photobombed by the Pullman. What a beauty. Here's a couple of Dapol bullets in English China clay, right there. And over right on the far side, this is what I got from SJ Trains, Simon. That's the 260 Mogul, which is a Mahano locomotive. And in honour of our friend Edward in Vermont, it is Central Vermont. Then that's followed by Grand Canyon Railway boxcar, Verde Canyon Railroad boxcar, and 2 Napa Valley wine train coaches, which are right there. And on the end of the train, Union Pacific. That came as one lot for the princely sum of £40. So I think you'll agree that was quite a good deal from SJ. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Plus, he got the wheels for my 2 Marklin barrel wagons right there, right next to the big kahuna, the cab forward. This one, this is a 440 I picked up just recently, but its driving rods were of the wrong size, so it would bind up on every revolution. So I made a couple of chunky plastic ones just to see if I could get the thing working and make sure I was correct. And yeah, they work fine. So I'll have to make a brass pair of driving rods for that one. That's going to take some time. Let's take you a bit further down. How about there? And we have SJ in the chat. It was a great privilege to meet you, Simon. And yes, I do have the train. The train runs DC at the moment, so and I'm running DCC on the layout at present. But perhaps next week I'll give it a run so it can stretch its legs. And yes, it's a sweet runner. What you see before you is the 6-car Western Pullman. Well, thanks, Chuck. That's very nice of you to say so. With my now extended cable, I can actually move the layout, move the camera, and I can put it in a completely different position. There we go. If I can get it to stay where I put it. There we go. Right, let's just move that around the other side like that. There we go. That should be a bit more like it. Yes, class 58. Very good to see you. Hope all is well today. And I hope the weather is, I hope the nasty weather is somewhere else. And I've just seen Anthony at Middleport Junction. Good day to you, Anthony. Nice to see you. Tech Centre Paris. Oh, well, I hope they're well, Pete. Yeah, it's one of the pitfalls of going to exhibitions. Hi, everybody. That you pick up all kinds of indiscriminate illnesses and viruses. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. But there you go. There is one more thing that I did get at Getz, and I completely forgot about it. And a big apology goes out to Charlie McGowan, who got me a bus. And I'm just wondering where on earth I put it. Well, when I find it, Charlie, it spent a week in the pocket of my jacket because I ran out of bag space. And I put it in my pocket, and of course, you forget about things. Isn't that often the way? And I just, of the lives and the videos I've done, I've completely forgot about it, and I do apologise to Charlie. He got me a bus for the layout, and I will be installing that somewhere at some point. So very big thanks to Charlie. Went to the Chelmsford show yesterday and it was good. Bought a few goodies there. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Rob. Rob does another live stream in about an hour and a quarter's time, which roughly translates as 3 o'clock UK time. I would imagine is that GMT or have we changed yet? I don't know. Might be BST at the moment. But yes, Rob will be going live. Oh yes, I almost forgot about that. Richard went down to the Bluebell Railway yesterday. I'm not sure if he bumped into Mark or not. I don't think so. I did see Mark in a live stream last night, and I think it's doubtful that they met because there was such a lot of people there. Lots of cameras waving around, and it was a bit of a bun fight. But he's put what video he got up on his website, which Dino has very kindly provided. Thank you, Dino. Yes, well, my techno gremlins all stemmed from the manipulation of the camera, pulling the USB cord to one side. Once you lose one of those pins out of the 6, you're gone. And using YouTube Live, once it's gone, it's gone. There is no buffer. You have to restart the stream, which is one of the pitfalls that I have. Oh, cheers, Mon. Thanks for coming in. Always a pleasure to see you. He's doing much better. Thanks, John. Oh, that'll be your dad. Okay, that's good. Next month, filming on the Great Flying Scotsman on the North Yorkshire Moors. Oh, that sounds great. What is sitting in my station area? Right. What we have is the Mayflower with a coronation coach and a couple of bullets. This is a class 68. from Dapol. Just plain old DC at the moment, but it could be on the cards getting sound. That's pulling the railhead treatment train, which is those blue coloured tankers behind. This is a Wrexham and Shropshire driving van trailer, coach, and a Class 67. And on the far side, there is a 260 American Mogul, 2 box cars, 2 coaches, and a RPO, Railway Post Office, Union Pacific coach. That's what's filling the station today. Be right back. Got to get a second cup of coffee. Oh, absolutely. USB extension, but the connection kept getting disrupted. Yes, luckily I went out this morning because I haven't had a chance this week and got a 3-meter extension cable for the USB-A, which is the big size USB. And there was one left in Curry's. So I nipped in there, grabbed that. It's a USB 2A cable with a male on one end and a female on the other, so you can extend it. Plain and simple. I think it was somewhere around about the £10 mark. So not cheap, but as you can see, very useful because it's given me a little more latitude in where I can put the camera without disconnecting it. 42.22. Are there really over 40 people on a Sunday afternoon in my live chat? I'm very grateful. This is overwhelming. And thanks everybody for coming in. It's very enjoyable to do these things. It's a bit of fun, particularly when everything goes right. There's been no derailments, touch wood and ballast, today, so far. Oh, very kind, Liz. Very kind. And likewise, I was just thinking about that the other day, Liz. What you do is absolutely superb, and the way you do it is even better. It obviously helps to soften the edges with a female voice. I wish my voice wasn't so gruff, but there it is. You get what you're given, and there you go. So when Liz does a video, guys, make sure you watch it because it's definitely worth watching. Well, it also helps, Liz, in the fact that you're not a moaner. If there's something you can't do or you haven't got yet, you don't sit there moaning about it. You do something about it, which is an excellent quality. One that some of the guys could well do with. So I don't want to make you sound like Action Woman, but yeah, you really can talk the talk and walk the walk, as they say, Liz. So my hat goes off to you. There's my hat. Fortunately, this time not full of wasps. Although it's getting near wasp nest season. Yeah, makes up for the height that I haven't got, Pete. And we have Tim JD Dowd in the chat. Hello, Tim. Saw your HST. Yeah, spiffing. Absolutely spiffing. It's just like one of these jolly things. That's the Western Pullman. And I only got it because it was £300 cheaper than when they actually first bought it out. So a big difference. And we have Rail Stalker Adventures in. A very good day to you, Rail Stalker Adventures. I hope the weather where you are is better than it is here. Raining, breezy, cold. Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Those of you that are vertically challenged, like me, well, I've got used to it over the years. Being 5'4" does have its complications, and it has its benefits as well, particularly when ducking under tables and not banging your head on low doorways and things like that. (26°F). That's below freezing. Well, it's below the freezing point of water, which is what we tend to, fresh water. Fahrenheit is obviously derived from salt water. And I have actually been at sea, and it was so cold that the harbour water turned to slush, and that was salt water. So that must have been really cold. That was when I went over to Denmark, which is where SJ comes from. Just as bad being horizontally challenged. Well, that's obviously not you, Mark. And a very good day to Mark and Lisa. Yeah, we've got Christoph Modeleisenbahn. HOM. Hello. A big hello to you. And welcome in. Well, for my weight, I should be 6'9". Oh, 6'8". Nick, that rhymes. For my weight, I should be 6'8". Here is the Bachmann Western Pullman, which I'm very, very fond of. I'm very glad I got it, even though it cost a bit. I'm not moaning about that because I got it at a knockdown price from what it was originally touted as, which was about £700. Rob, does this mean that you're going to be throwing crumpets at us? It's not a bad idea, somebody throwing crumpet at you, but, you know. I'll leave you with the strange connotations there. Well, I can think of lots of things wrong with being 7 foot. First of all, finding a bed that would fit you for a start. So that obviously limits you to hotel rooms which have huge beds. Banging your head on a 6'6" door frame. I suppose you'd get used to ducking. But yeah, I'm happy as I am. Not much I can do about it unless I want to wear a pair of stilts. Cafe arriving tomorrow, so Royal Mail says Dino. Won't hold my breath. Oh, cafe. Okay. What have you bought, Pete? Is this a Backman cafe? Do I dare say? In like Backman Scenecraft? Or is it something else? Well, Pete, you can't leave us hanging like this. As soon as it arrives, we will expect a complete video analysis of this new cafe. And more to the point, what you're going to do with it and where you're going to put it. A very good morning to Erich and Cara and Willie. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you one Dan Eisenbahn. Glad to see your holiday in Germany went well. And I very much hope you enjoyed it, Eric. Do I have any freight trains? Yes, indeed, Rail Stalker. One of my favourites is the Pennsylvania, which I've shown on various live streams in the past. Usually pulled by something steamy, a nice steam locomotive, or I have been known to run it with the F7A, F7B combination. Yeah, that's a firm favourite. You're welcome, Eric. And it was true what you were saying about the bringing children into the hobby. The one thing to do is to have some trains that the children can handle to the point of abuse, and get them used to putting things on the track nicely, where to hold the locomotives. They have to learn somewhere. And the one thing you don't want to do is beat them over the head with the piddle pot to get them to do the right thing. It's helpful if they learn these things by themselves. Of course, later in life, they'll realise just how much things are worth, and that will make them even more careful. That's very kind of you, Rail Stalker. Let me just bring you over to the other side of the layout to this train here, which is the Daylight. It's still on from last week. I did run this thing last week. That's an 8-car set, and the GS4 there, just behind the computer, is also in Daylight colours. That's the MTH variety, which has all the smoke, bells and whistles that are associated with DCC. All of the carriages light up, particularly the observation at the end. On the roof there, you can see a little clear lens that actually blinks. Plus you've got a little further down a light that comes on at the back, on the back door, which says Daylight. Right, because I can pop you at the back of the train here. I just need something to weigh that down a bit. There we go. Have a battery. Yeah, Bernard, there's lots of nice diesels that you have over in the US. Um, the F series, the E series. You've got Alco PAs, and there's also the Shark Nose, of course. And what were the other ones? There was one I do have. I think it was a Proto 2000 or Proto 1000, but I just can't remember the name of it. Was it that something to do with Bud? Oh, my mind has drawn a blank there, Bernard. But it was styled very, very much alongside the Alco PAs. And it just won't pop into my head. Sorry about that, Bernard. Cows, yes, I have a set of cows over there, and there's even a couple of trees. Those trees are supposed to be silver birches. I won them in a competition on Barnabas Junction's live stream about a year or so ago, and they're made by Backman Scenecraft. So, yeah, quite nice trees. As you can see from below, they don't shed their foliage, so yeah, all good with that one. There's also a dry stone wall around the bottom, which comes in segments. You can probably see the joins. And there's Charlie. Charlie's in Cyprus at the moment. I did give an apology to you, Charlie, that I had the bus that you gave me in the pocket of my jacket, and I completely forgot about it, and I do apologise. And the bus will appear as soon as I can find out where I've put it. A big thank you to Charlie for that. It's actually a tanker lorry, I believe, and I'll probably put it over by the little Land Rover that I've got over the back of the layout. Right. Okay, ladies and gents. There we go. Back once more. I have the time has come to shut the railway down and run back to the house as fast as my little legs can take me, because it's raining and it's a bit nasty. And text back from Paris. Thank you all. Oh, excellent. Well, as long as they're in good spirits and fighting the virus, that's the main thing. Who is doing the next stream today? SJ, it will be Rob. I can't remember the name of your channel, Rob. Dino, if you could pop Rob's channel back into the chat. That will be coming up at 3 o'clock UK time. Shedmouth Junction? Shedley Wood, I believe. Shedley Wood Model Railway. Thank you, Rob. There it is. Dino, if you could pop that live chat into the stream, I'd be very grateful. There we go. Thanks, Dino. Very kind of you, mate. Anthony, have a great day. I know it's early morning for you and you've got a lot to do. Thanks, Chuck, for coming in. Moneybrook Junction, Mark and Lisa. Lord Al, great to see you, Al. And give us an update on your station if you can. Plus, your visit from RGJ Trains, which would be great. Thanks, everybody, for coming in. It's lovely to have you alongside, sharing a few trains and chewing the fat. Thanks very much, and have a great week, everybody. and I'll say adios, amigos. So long.